Penn State Lehigh Valley welcomes you to Lehigh University Stabler Arena for tonight's matchup between Penn State York and your Penn State University Lehigh Valley Lions. At this time, we invite you to please stand if you're able, remove your hats, and join us in honoring the United States with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. Before tonight's starting lineups, Penn State University Lehigh Valley would like to take a moment to honor one of our graduating senior women. Gabby Giracello is escorted by her parents, Joseph and Lourdes Giracello. Gabby is from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and is graduating with a degree in Information Science and Technology with a minor in Security Risk and Analysis. She has secured an internship at Core Specialty, where she looks forward to gaining experience in the IST field. Gabby has been with the program for 4 years and has been one of the hardest working players each year. Her dedication and commitment to the program is unmatched and will be tough to replace. And now the introduction for tonight's starting lineups. First for the visitors from York.
Stabler Arena here on the campus of Lehigh University, and we'll play host tonight to Penn State York versus Penn State Lehigh Valley. Hello everybody, I'm Colin Shaw, joined by my broadcast partner Winston Hornick. And Winston, we have a exciting game in front of us tonight, don't we?
Yeah, definitely. Two Penn State teams coming in, one looking to play fierce, one looking to keep control. York definitely has the numbers disadvantage. Penn State with a bigger roster. They're going to be able to fluctuate people in more, be able to move the ball more, be able to push it, and not have to worry about their players getting tired. As for Penn State York needs to just control the ball as much as they can, and they need to slow this game down so they can keep their composure without having to fight constantly with this Lehigh Valley team.
And starting lineups for tonight's contest for Penn State York, it will be Olivia Sell, Delaney Burrows, Abigail McAlexander, Kaya Kamasta, and Jillian Foster. And for the home Penn State Lehigh Valley Nittany Lions will be Gabby Giracello, Kennedy Armistead, Delaney Patisse, Sydney Lamond, and Journey Handy. Penn State Lehigh Valley coming into this game with a record of 7-5, a conference record of 5-3. Then they'll take on Penn State York, who is 10-4 and 7-1 in the conference this season. So a high-flying matchup here. Penn State Lehigh Valley averaging about 58 points per game this season, about 34% from the field, 21% from beyond the arc. And for Penn State York, a very efficient scoring season. They average 67 points on 40% shooting from the field and 26% from three.
Yeah, Colin, this Penn State York team, that's going to be their motive tonight, is just, move the ball around the arc. Definitely, because they do have the size disadvantage as well. They have not only in roster size, but in physical size as well. So that three-point shot is definitely going to be their factor here. But it's a bigger arena than they're used to. So I think depth perception could also play a significant role here. Just throwing off a little bit of these shooters, game, their, rhythm. It could be different. We'll see. We'll see if they might want to work the ball inside, or maybe they stick to their plan and just shoot beyond the arc.
Penn State York will be in navy blue, and Penn State Lehigh Valley will be in white for tonight's matchup. We thank you for joining us here on D11 Sports as we're about to get underway here with the opening tip. Olivia Sell and Delaney Pettis in the opening tip-off circle for these two teams. It's won by Penn State Lehigh Valley. There's the first shot from the baseline, no good. Rebound secured down. And here comes York looking to break it the other way. Here's Delaney Burrows. Stops and drops at the right side wing, and she'll reset. Goes over to the corner, give over to the left side wing. There's a corner three ball on its way, a little bit too strong. Olivia Sells tracking down the rebound, looking to fire back inside, but overthrows. It's recovered, though. There's a kick out to the corner, looking to drive in. Runner, no good, and rebound secured by Gabby Giracello.
Shot's just too strong, I think. Again, they're just going to have to push the ball inside. They want to score now. I think after that first possession, you can see that their game's not working.
Giracello looking to kick outside, and a travel called. So the first turnover of the evening to Penn State Lehigh Valley. Sydney Lermond, feet left before the ball did. The whistle was blown, and Delaney Burrows will bring it up for Penn State York, freshman from Townsend, Delaware. And she gets fouled.
There's an aggressive foul. That's one thing you have to be able to control no matter who or what team you are playing and who you are playing for. You have to keep yourself under control. That's a quick foul early. Not even a minute into this first quarter and you're already fouling.
Kaya Kamesta has it on the right side wing, looking to kick inside. It's a little bit too far to the left, and it's picked up by Penn State Lehigh Valley, but that throw a little bit errant, and it's off the fingertips of Sydney Lermond.
Just sloppy basketball there, can't convert on the turnover. Trying to push the ball up the court and does a little too much with it, just not a good way to start this game.
Burrows firing over to the corner three ball on its way. It's off the front of the rim and no good. It was Abigail Alexander with the opportunity as there's a drive inside. And Lermond draws the contact and the foul. From a charge called the other way, so Penn State Lehigh Valley turning it over once again. Penn State York will reset. Kaya Kamasta will bring it up. She has Abigail Alexander to her left. She elects to go that way, kicks inside to Sells. Back out to the corner. There's Burrows with a three-pointer on the way. It's a bit too strong, and rebound grabbed down by Penn State Lehigh Valley.
No score yet here, and just, these teams trying to find the rhythm. Neither team putting up a bucket yet so far, and it's a slow start for both of these teams, not finding much going for either.
Abigail Adorno kicking over to Kennedy Armistead. That shot no good. Here comes Penn State York the other way, looking to kick on the fast break, and Giracello flying into the passing lane, knocking that one out of bounds and allowing for Penn State Lehigh Valley to reset on the defensive side.
No, it's a good idea from Penn State York, just throwing it a little bit too late. Throw that pass a little bit earlier, and that's an easy bucket there for York. Just threw it a little too late.
Burrows dot three for the moment, kicks back over to Foster. Jillian Foster, that is, and Burrows has it top of the key. Foster, three on the way. Too strong off the back of the rim. Giracello grabbing the rebound.
York really living outside of the arc right now, and it's not going too well for them. Slow start to this game. Haven't been able to convert on any of their shots so far. and neither is Penn State Lehigh Valley, so we'll see what's next.
His Journey Handy has it.
30-second timeout from York, or from Lehigh Valley, sorry.
Coach Al Blunt not liking the look that he saw there. We have our first timeout of the afternoon, and Winston, what have we seen work well for either of these teams, even though there's no points on the board?
Well, transition defense for Lehigh Valley has been, it's there. I don't want to say it's great or good yet, but it's there. Obviously, we saw in that last one. Obviously, York's been getting their open looks, which is good, but they just haven't been able to convert on them. As for Lehigh Valley, if they keep this transition defense up, they're not going to let up many points in the paint. If you're York, to take advantage of that, just throw that pass a little bit earlier if you want to beat this team. But as for Lehigh Valley, they haven't gotten anything. They haven't been making the right cuts. Nothing's really been open in the paint yet, so we'll see what happens after this timeout.
And Giracello to inbound, throws it towards the backcourt, but Kennedy Armistead, the freshman guard out of South Carolina, North Augusta, there to collect it. Fires back over to the top of the key to Giracello, looking to drive to her left. Trying to dish inside. It's stolen away by McAlexander, who loses it right back. Adorno draws the contact and will go to the line to shoot two.
It's called a blocking foul. Didn't really look like she moved her feet a little too much. Hold on, there's a steal. Bringing it back, tries to Euro, and yeah, she does move her feet there. And that is a blocking foul.
First attempt to throw the ball in was knocked out of bounds, so they'll reset from a new position. Giracello will inbound this time. Fires over to Armistead. Armistead
throws
looking
it,
to go deep
not
to Giracello.
looking.
And an errant pass leads to another Penn State Lehigh Valley turnover. Camasta will bring it up. We're going to throw inside to Sell. Sell over to McAlexander. She hits the deck, loses it, and Penn State Lehigh Valley here in transition with Armistead. Armistead pull up J on the way and gets the shooter's touch. And we have our first basket of this ball game. And York looking to take advantage the other way. The runner off the board, and no good. And a fight down low for the ball leads to a jump ball, and will stay with Penn State York.
Lehigh Valley having active hands on that defensive possession. You know, they try to drive, they can't get it.
Burrows, three ball on the way, off the front of the rim and no good. Sell grabbing the ball right out of the hands of Delaney Pettis, and she gets fouled.
That's a hard foul for Penn State Lehigh Valley. You know, just wrapping up. You know, trying to avoid the bucket at all costs. Obviously, you can try to block it or do something different, but instead she just wrapped him up and just didn't allow anything.
Burrows, three on the way. It's good! And Delaney Burrows knocks down the first three ball of this afternoon, and Penn State York retakes the lead. It's 3-2. Here with 6 minutes left here in this first quarter.
You know, that corner three really shows that that's the first open shot they capitalized on. Penn State Lehigh Valley really been able to, you know, control the paint on defense, but they haven't been able to close out on defense outside of the arc. So Penn State York is really getting those shots, and they finally got one to go.
Adorno has it, guarded by McAlexander. Hands off to Armistead. Armistead looking to drive. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Short and no good, and here comes Burrows looking to push it the other way. Burrows goes behind the back, has the top of the key, guarded by Giracello. Picks up her step, and she goes right into a wall of white defenders and loses the ball. And now Penn State Lehigh Valley looking to push the ball the other way. Armistead has the top of the key. Kicks over to Adorno. Giracello going around the horn is Penn State Lehigh Valley.
Nearly a travel right there. You know, what I noticed from both these teams is the active hands on defense really keeping them as the shot clock's running out.
Adorno gets it up before the horn, and it's good. The baseline jumper goes for Adorno. She has her first basket of the evening. Looking to push fast break, and those are those active hands that Winston mentioned, Armistead knocking out of bounds, clogging up the passing lane. Penn State Lehigh Valley has been fantastic at that tonight, especially in the fast break.
And Penn State Lehigh Valley been really able to just control and read what Penn State York's offense is doing and where they're going to go with the ball, especially on those fast breaks. Penn State York has done a really, I don't want to say bad, but it hasn't been the best job at, not telegraphing their passes. And so Penn State Lehigh Valley has been able to read that and get a lot of steals.
Adorno has it on the left side wing, guarded by McAlexander. Kicks out to Armistead. Armistead looking to drive, loses it to Sell. Sell has a one-on-one fast break towards the basket. Goes up with the left hand, can't get it to go. The rebound, put back, no good for Kaya Kamasta.
Both teams having active hands on defense, allowing that fast break. York just needs to capitalize on it.
And a timeout called by Penn State Lehigh Valley once again. That's their second used timeout already in this game.
It's another 30. Penn State Lehigh Valley down 2 timeouts already. Interesting call here from the coach, but this team hasn't been performing to what he thinks they can. And honestly, it seems to be true right now. They are playing very active defensively. However, offense has struggled. They moved the ball around really well in that possession, but they waited till the last second to get a shot up. So that's something you're going to have to watch out for.
Penn State Lehigh Valley will have possession of the ball out of the timeout. D'Arcello goes over to Adorno, who looks to reset the offense. Kicks inside. Mia Johnson out to Handy. Wing 3 on the way. The triple is good.
She recognizes the defender playing lax defense, and she takes a great advantage of that there.
Burrows throws over. Open jumper on the way from Foster. No good. Sell grabbing the putback and putting it back up and in.
Really good press break from Penn State York, just recognizing what they're in. Have a person go middle, give it to the wings. It's an easy way to break a press like that.
D'Arcello throws it right into the arms of Sell, who fires over to Kamasta, looking to push it the other way. Kamasta has it on the baseline, looking to go inside to Sell. She finds her. Sell puts it up, can't get the first one to go. The second chance opportunity is up and in.
If you're Penn State Lehigh Valley, you got to box out there. But as for Penn State York, way to use the size. With Penn State Lehigh Valley having their bigs on the bench, that size advantage is going to do great things for them here in this stretch. There's another fast break.
Sell has it on the baseline, kicks out. Open 3 on the way, too strong. And the shot no good for Juliana Lesher.
Just rushed a little bit into that one.
Adorno handing off to Sprinsky Chi. It's stolen away. Here comes Burrow on the fast break. Puts it up and in, and Penn State York has the lead. It's 9-7 after trailing early in this game.
Quickly shifting the momentum after Lehigh Valley came out with that quick 3. They took advantage of the laxed and slowed transition defense. Penn State Lehigh Valley came out with great transition defense. They were blocking the balls. They were making sure they were forcing steals, forcing turnovers. And it seems like it's a different kind of defense.
Penn State Lehigh Valley will have it on the inbound. It will be inbounded by Mackenzie Wells, freshman forward out of Canada. Throws inside to Kennedy Armistead, over to Adorno. Handy has it, pulls the 3 ball on the way. It's a bit too strong, and the rebound tapped out of bounds by Sydney Lermond.
Just got to realize same team there. You only need one, and York's just going to get an easy possession.
Kaya Kamasta bringing it up. Over to Burrow. Burrows, nice dish inside, and the shot blocked down by Wells.
Wells with a nice use of the hands there, just staying straight up and then coming down at the right time.
Wells on the other side, can't get the first opportunity to go, and she's fouled on the kickout. And a great sequence for Mackenzie Wells, fresh in off the bench. She averages 3 points, 3 rebounds a game, playing in her 12th game, primarily off the bench for Penn State, Lehigh Valley. Nice handy. Will fire over to Wells on the top of the key, kicks over to Armistead. Armistead looking to go inside, and Burrows deflects it again. It's another steal for Penn State York. Looking to push the fast break. McAlexander has it on the right side wing, kicks over, wide open midi. On the way, it's pure. And Michaela Fink has her first jumper of the game. From
Penn State York just picking this Lehigh Valley team apart with their ball movement. And there it is. Fierce defense forces a turnover, and they have numbers.
3-on-1 on the way. Fink can't get it to go with the left hand, and it's grabbed down by Armistead, and she gets fouled.
It's got to be points if you're Penn State York. You had a 3-on-1 wide open layup, and you just overshot it. It's got to be points if you're Penn State York. Penn State Lehigh Valley already in bonus. It's interesting.
2 free throws coming up for Kennedy Armistead. First free throw is good. State Lehigh Valley trying to dig into this lead. About a minute 34 left here in the first quarter of this game. Second one is no good. She goes 1 for 2. Oh, a spin move by Adorno. Kicks over to the corner. 3 ball on the way, no good. Wells grabs the rebound. Wells, handy. Adorno, top of the key. State Lehigh Valley needing a bucket here to try to pull this game closer than it is. Adorno, 3 on the way, too strong. Wells grabs the rebound again. A long offensive possession for Lehigh Valley as they keep the ball, they keep the possession alive. Their third chance at a bucket here. Armistead can't get that one to go, and it's finally grabbed down by Penn State York. Michaela Fink looking to push it the other way. Under a minute to go here in this first quarter. Lesher, Burrows, Fink trying to go inside. Wells with the steal as she picked off that pass towards the paint. Armistead guarded by McAlexander. Armistead going towards the basket. The runner no good. Here comes Penn State York. About 6 seconds separate the shot in the game clock. Burrows looking to go towards the hoop, and she gets fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2.
There's that transition defense once again coming back. That's going to keep them, just a great, hustle play right there for your Penn State Lehigh Valley. Just don't let them drive and get blocked, but it's going to get called for a foul. Didn't give up easy points there. So she's got to make these 2.
First free throw is pure for Burrows. Freshman guard from Townsend, Delaware. Attended Odessa High School. She averages 18 points a game for this Penn State York team as she knocks down both free throws. It's 13-8. About a second separates the shot in the game clock here at the end of the first quarter. That pass stolen by Burrows again. Burrows behind the back. Throw down to the baseline, and a travel called on McAlexander, or Kamasta, excuse me.
Penn State York again. They're reading this Lehigh Valley team now. They feel like it seems like every time Lehigh Valley has a possession, they know where they're going to go with it, and it's just not helping this Lehigh Valley team. If I'm Lehigh Valley's coach, I'm making adjustments in my head right now going into the second quarter.
8 seconds left here on the clock. Shot clock is dark. Here's a drive with the left hand. No good. Kamasta up to Burrows. She'll have to get it off before the horn and can't get it to go. And that will conclude the first quarter. Penn State York with a 13-8 lead over the home Penn State Lehigh Valley. And Winston, we talked throughout the quarter, but what did Penn State York do so well that they have this lead?
Defense, 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 defense. They read this team like a book. And if I'm Penn State Lehigh Valley, I need a counter. I need to think of something different on the fly right now because obviously what they had going wasn't working. They still put up 8 points, but they put up a slow 8 points. They had a lot of shots, had a lot of opportunities, couldn't capitalize. As for York, York pushed the ball a lot faster and with a lot more hustle in the later end of that quarter. I think if you're Penn State York, you keep doing what you're doing until it stops. Until it stops, then you find something else to do. But if I'm Penn State York, I'm going to keep moving it. They're not closing out as effectively, Lehigh Valley, but York is going to find their open shots, and they're going to find shots falling into the bottom of the net if they keep moving this ball and keep shooting their shots.
Giracello on the inbound here for Penn State Lehigh Valley. She throws into Kennedy Armistead, who will take it over half court. Armistead looking to go to her left. Finds a lane towards the basket, and it's blocked down by Kamasta.
Great use of the hands on that block. Just playing straight up as the ball's loose.
Giracello, open shot from the circle. Gets the bounce, and it's in. And Adorno hit the deck hard there.
It's good to see she's up right away, but any kind of injury is never good.
Adorno will sub off. Michaela Johnson in, freshman guard from Malvern High School in New York. Burrows will bring it up top of the key, kicks inside to Sell. Sell fires towards the corner. Fink thought 3 for the moment. Sell settles with the baseline jumper. Can't get that one to drop. Here comes Armistead the other way.
Key term, jumper. Jumper, jumper, jumper is what this Penn State York team is all about. They will live with jump shots. They have been getting points in the paint, but those are mainly from fast breaks. I think you're going to see a lot more jump shots from this Penn State York team.
Johnson throwing over to Johnson. Mia Johnson. That pass stolen by Sell. Sell stops, looking to fire inside to Burrows, but she overthrows it, and it will be a turnover for York. The ball actually ends up in the hallway. It goes far out of bounds, but we're going to get started back here again. Mia Johnson on the inbound. Kennedy Armistead bring it up. Looking to throw inside to Wells, who had a strong first quarter for Penn State Lehigh Valley. Another block for Penn State York, and they push a 5-on-4. Burrows looking to drive towards the hole, and she gets fouled.
It's a great block for Penn State York, but I want to highlight the basket cut. It was a great basket cut, and it was a good look. There's different ways you could have gotten around that without getting blocked. You could have pump faked, stepped in, could have just floated it up, but York anticipated what they were going to do and got the block off right away, and I think that was a great play. There's a steal.
Burrows pass picked off by Mia Johnson. She stops, looking to get it up, and she gets fouled from behind. Never mind, they said the ball just went out of bounds, so Penn State Lehigh Valley will retain possession down on Penn State York's side of the court. Giracello kicks out. Journey Handy.
Lehigh Valley very loose with the ball. It's not a good thing in the game of basketball.
Giracello, Armistead looking to drive inside. Puts it up, the runner, it's off the back of the rim, but she gets fouled.
was a good move to get the shot off, however, just couldn't finish it through contact.
First free throw, no good. She goes 1 of 2 at the line. 13-11. Penn State York with the lead.
This is a one-possession game simply because York has not been able to cash in on enough jumpers. As there's another steal.
And a foul called, much to the dismay of Abigail McAlexander. Leah Johnson will inbound. Armistead will bring it up. Giracello has it on the left side wing, looking to drive inside. She's trying to back up. And a double dribble called. Another Penn State Lehigh Valley turnover. They keep up with the self-inflicted wounds.
Turnover king. Turnover king. Defense creates a turnover king, and that's what Penn State Lehigh Valley is right now.
And a foul called on foul called as McAlexander was trying to drive inside. So it will be inbounded by Michaela Fink. Burrows has the top of the key, guarded by Giracello, but she takes it herself, fakes the handoff, goes towards the hoop, and she's fouled as the runner off the window is good. And she has an opportunity for a three-point play.
It's a good shot right there. Let's look at that replay. Just comes off that fake handoff, fakes the defender, floats it into contact, draws the foul, and gets the and one. What a play from Penn State York.
And Burrows, Penn State York's leading scorer this season, cashes in the three-point opportunity, and Penn State York has a 5-point lead. Wells has it. She gets doubled quickly, looking to throw inside. Nice find to Johnson, and she gets fouled going up. Can't get the bucket to go, so she'll go to the line for 2.
Way to move the ball inside for Lehigh Valley. That's where you're going to make most of your living for this game, is on the interior. Haven't shot as well as hoped.
First free throw is good. She goes 1 of 2, but an offensive rebound gives Penn State Lehigh Valley an opportunity here. Giracello, Armistead, wing three. Too strong, can't get it to go. Rebound grabbed down by Burrows. She spins out of the double and gets fouled.
Yeah, I mean, just consistent fouls here from Penn State Lehigh Valley in this second quarter, and it's really not going to help them going into the half. You know, we still have 7 minutes left, and they're close to bonus already, and it's not that's not a good thing to have if you're any team right now.
Burrows throws out. McAlexander, a three on the way. Can't get that one to go. It's off the front of the rim, and Giracello secures the rebound. Armistead over to Giracello. Back to Armistead on the right side wing. Armistead, step back J on the way. And a travel called. And another turnover by Penn State Lehigh Valley.
Turnovers are making this Penn State York team job easy getting offensive possessions. However,
Sell inside to McAlexander. She gets fouled.
like I was saying, this Penn State York team getting an offensive possession is easy. Getting a good offensive possession has been a little bit more difficult here in the second half, or second quarter, sorry. But it's not easy for Penn State Lehigh Valley to score when majority of their possessions end in a turnover.
Alexander. First free throw on the way. It's good. Sophomore from Northeastern High School out in York, Pennsylvania, making her 15th start of the season for Penn State York. And she converts on both. She averages 8 points a game. for a Penn State York team that's been so successful this season. They have an 18-12 lead here on the road, here in the Stabler Arena. Adorno will bring it up. Johnson loses it. It's stolen by Sell. Sell finds Burrow on the fast break. She can't get it to go. And Wells secures the rebound.
Throwing it straight into a triple team.
Right into Burrows. She stops. Jumper on the way. It's pure. And gets the steal. Another steal for Burrows as she's grabbing that left elbow. And she knocks down the jumper. And a little bit of discomfort. And the double on Jericello. It's stolen. And Sell has it. Throwing over to Burrows, who's had a fantastic evening already. Burrows, jumper on the way. Off the top of the backboard and out of bounds. She was feeling a little bit of discomfort in that left elbow.
30-second timeout from York. She's probably going to check out that elbow. It's been all Penn State York here in the second quarter. You know, they're really trying to do things right. A majority of their scoring has come in transition. Penn State Lehigh Valley, it's hard for a team to score when most of their possessions end in a turnover, like I said. So they're going to have to come up with a different way to break the half-court press, get through to this defense, and get inside and get in the paint without moving your feet and traveling is their biggest issue right now. Those are the things they have to avoid. If they can avoid those, they should be able to make this game competitive going into the half.
5:41 until the end of the half. Penn State Lehigh Valley finds themselves in an 8-point deficit as they will start with the ball out of the break. Adorno will bring up as Jericello to her right. They go back and forth. Wells has it. Jericello, the senior, throwing over to Adorno. Back to the corner. Handy, a three on the way. Short and off the front of the rim, or the side of the rim, excuse me. And Burrows grabbing the rebound, but she steps out of bounds.
Penn State York coming out with the half-court press yet again, and that press is beatable if you're Penn State Lehigh Valley, and they beat it right there, which was a good look for them. Shows signs of hope.
Jericello will inbound. Jericello over to Handy. Throws over to Adorno on the left side wing. Jericello trying to drive towards the hoop. She gets fouled. And will go to the line to shoot two.
And just a good drive there for this Lehigh Valley offense. You know, getting to the line, that's where they can make a living. If they can hit their free throws win ball games.
Jericello, first free throw on the way. It's good.
Jericello with 3 points. Slow start for her tonight. Penn State Lehigh Valley with only 13 points the whole game, so a slow start for the whole team collectively.
She converts on both. 20-14. It's a 6-point lead for Penn State York as Anaja Foye checks into the game. Number 34 wearing a mask for Penn State Lehigh Valley. Burrows throws over to McAlexander, has it on the left side wing. It's Alexander firing inside to Sell. Sell, jab step, drive towards the hoop, puts up the runner, can't get that one to go. And the rebound grabbed down by Mackenzie Wells. Jericello throwing it over towards Tamaya Bruce. Jericello has it. It was tipped, so no backcourt there. And a foul called on Burrows.
York thought it was a backcourt. Jericello now going to go to the line. Both teams in bonus.
First free throw up and good.
Make a living from the line. It's free throws for a reason. They are free.
Second free throw is good. 4-point York lead. As Jillian Foster subbing back into the game for Penn State York.
Foster, not having done much of late, can get started if she wants to.
Burrows, step over three, too strong. Rebound secured by Foyer.
Good look from Burrows there, just can't finish on the defense. And Burrows really just stepping into that shot is a good look.
Adorno is on the right side wing, firing over to Bruce. Bruce, Giracello, crossover, loses it, and Burrows comes away with it, leading the fast break. Dishes to Sell, puts it up, can't get it to go.
Penn State York girls don't know their own strength. Timeout called Penn State Lehigh Valley. Penn State York girls don't know their own strength, not being able to finish fast break layups at all, really. That's really the moral of the story, is just they haven't been able to finish a fast break layup, and that's why it's only 20-16.
Penn State Lehigh Valley will start with the ball out of the break. Talked about Penn State Lehigh Valley earlier being able to fluctuate in more players as they have a deeper roster than Penn State York does, but so far that hasn't been a big difference maker, as Penn State York with a 4-point lead.
Overcrowding that corner is going to obviously force a turnover, and almost happened there.
Wells, pull-up jumper, can't get that one to go, and Foster tips it to Sell. Sell, Burrows, throwing up to Lesher. Lesher going back to Foster. She has to recover. It was almost behind her, but she gets a hand on it. Burrows will reset, kicks over to the left side wing with Abigail McAlexander. Throw inside, Lesher going to her right, puts it up, can't get it to go off the window. And Giracello grabbing the rebound. Giracello averages about 4 rebounds per game. She's been active on the boards tonight. Here's the kick inside to Wells, and she travels.
Another Penn State Lehigh Valley turnover, and this coach is starting to get frustrated.
Frustration starting to arise from the players themselves, as so many self-inflicted wounds have killed opportunities for them. Talked about Penn State York needing to capitalize better on their turnovers. They forced many of them tonight. Here's a throw inside to Sell. She can't get a handle on it. Penn State Lehigh Valley crowded her and gets the turnover. Adorno has it on the left side wing. She stops, throws over to Giracello. Giracello looking to drive, trying to fit it inside, but Sell just sticks her hands up and gets in the passing lane. Burrows outrunning everyone, throwing over to Sell, puts it up and in.
There's a fast break layup. Good look there. Real easy, real nice, real smooth fast break possession.
And Delaney Burrows using her speed well as she just outruns every Penn State Lehigh Valley defender who was on her. Kicking it inside for the easy bucket. Giracello kicks down to the baseline. Wells puts it up, can't get it to go. Johnson on the rebound. Johnson trying to put it up, can't get that one to go. And a tough tussle on the floor. It will be a jump ball possession to Penn State York.
You know, on that possession there, I just want to point out on that shot from Wells on the baseline, that ball was tipped from behind. So it's not like she just airballed that layup. That ball, something had changed the trajectory of that ball. That was why it was so far off. And if they could have gotten it back, they had a wide open second chance opportunity for points right there.
Burrows throws down to Foster, who has it on the arc. Kicks inside. Lesher out to Sell. Foster, top of the key, looking to find Burrows in the corner, and she does. Burrows double coming, driving on the baseline. Kick to Foster. Step over. Great passing by Penn State York. Sal with the open layup, and it's good. And Penn State York's lead continues to grow. It's 24-16 with 1:22 left here in the second quarter.
And a great cut from Sal there, really opening up that passing lane, giving them an opportunity to get points. And there's another forced turnover, and it's a 6-point game just like that after it only being a 2-possession game.
Here's the inbound to Burrows. She's guarded by Gircello, kicking over to Camasta. Camasta back over to Burrows, has on the right side wing, kicks over to the corner. Lesher, Sell, long 2 on the way, can't get that one to go. And here's Foster, second chance, laces it home.
Foster setting her feet, making sure her form is right. Nice shot there from Foster. Really giving life to this Penn State York team as they quickly have a 10-point lead. It is 26-16.
Double coming. Handy able to break out of it. Armistead, 3 on the way, too strong. Rebound grabbed by Lesher. Stolen by Handy as she gets fouled. Handy's first free throw off the mark. She's not able to convert on either, so a empty trip to the line.
Shot clock is off. Gotta convert on free throws if you're Lehigh Valley there.
Camasta throwing over to Donley. Hands over to Lesher. Megan Donley into the game for the first time. Donley down to Sell. Sell. Foster. Camasta, 3 on the way. It's short. Foster gets the rebound, and the horn blows, and it's halftime. Penn State York with a 10-point advantage. It's 26-16 going into the break.
Yeah, Penn State York really putting pressure on. Started hitting their jump shots to end the quarter and the half. And this Penn State Lehigh Valley team has no answers on offense. They keep turning the ball over from this fierce York defense, and that's going to lead to this Penn State York team just continuing to put the pressure on and not having them score and not having them be able to fight back in this game.
And we are going to head to break here from Stabler Arena on the campus of Lehigh University. Penn State York, 10-point lead. And when we get back, we'll be back with second half action.
that's on. Yo, hey, his mic's not on. Oh, you know it is.
Second.
So again, if we stick to our offensive plan and execute, we'll be fine. We got to get back on defense. They're getting a lot of transition points. But again, mainly for us, if we execute and play aggressive basketball, we'll be fine.
In the locker room, did you talk about playing hands up? Because you guys committed a lot of fouls in the first half, and that was a struggle.
We're an aggressive team. We're going to pile up some fouls, but that's our identity. We're not going to stop that.
All right.
Okay?
Good luck, Coach. Good luck the second half.
Thank you.
Back to the desk.
Just wait till what? Because the mic wasn't coming. Yeah, it's fine. I had it on. It was the dial was turned on. So that was a me.
Just so I don't fuck around.
It was a who's that?
Just so I don't fuck around. Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah. I can put that down. That's not ours, bro. Put that shit down.
I would say just run highlights of the first half for now. And like we'll go on closer to the second, like a minute to go, maybe a minute and a half. Right?
And welcome back to Spalder Arena here on the campus of Lehigh University. It's Penn State Lehigh Valley versus Penn State York. I'm Colin Strella. I'm joined by Winston Hornick, and we welcome you back for second half action. Penn State York with a 10-point advantage over the home Penn State Lehigh Valley. And Winston, what does Penn State Lehigh Valley have to do to get back into this game?
Well, if you're Penn State Lehigh Valley, like Coach said in our halftime interview, they gotta refrain from turnovers. And I know it's easier said than done, but this Penn State team had a lot of turnovers in the first half, and that's really what capped off that big run at the end for Penn State York, and that's the reason Penn State York's up by 10 right now. They just need to move the ball, and they need to be able to work around this York defense.
Kennedy Armistead gives over to Gabby Giracello. Drive inside, Mia Johnson shot partially blocked, and here comes Penn State York the other way. Delaney Burrows with the ball, driving towards the hoop. She gets fouled, and she hits the deck hard. She was dealing with some cramps and maybe a left elbow injury in the first half, but she's back out there.
Her leg does have a scar on it, as I noticed in the first half, so that could potentially affect her game in the second.
And Burrows knocks down the first free throw. The lead continues to grow for Penn State York as they strike first here in this second half on senior night for Penn State Lehigh Valley. Gabby Giracello was honored for her time at this program. She's now trying to lead a comeback as they trail by 12 points here early in the third quarter.
It's a good corner look.
Three, a little bit too strong. Mia Johnson tracking down the offensive rebound. And the throw towards Giracello is tracked down by Handy as it was a bit too far out of the reach for Giracello. Mia Johnson, Journey Handy, Mackenzie Wells stops, throws out to Armistead. Armistead, runner on the way, it's good, right before the horn.
It's a good possession from Penn State Lehigh Valley. Good ball movement, just moving it around, getting an open look from for Armstead inside, right at the free throw line. Nice run and jump floater, and it's cashed.
Delaney Burrows, nice find on the baseline to McAlexander, and she gets fouled.
Penn State coach said they were aggressive, so they're going to build up quite a few fouls, and that's shown here early in this second half.
Delani Patis back into the game for Penn State Lehigh Valley. There's a three on the way from straight away. It's off the front of the rim, and the putback by Michaela Fink is no good. So here comes Penn State Lehigh Valley the other way. About a minute and a half gone from this third quarter. Handy throws out to Armistead. Armistead looking to drive. Step over jumper on the way. It's off the front of the rim, no good. Here's Fink, has it in the corner, throwing inside. And a double dribble called on Jillian Foster and a turnover.
Penn State Lehigh Valley really stepping it up on defense, bringing the aggression.
Giracello inbounding to Armistead. Giracello throws over to Handy. Handy inside to Wells, who has it in the paint. Giracello, top of the key, over to Handy. Three on the way, no good. Off the mark, and Penn State York grabbing the rebound. Here comes Kamasta the other way. Throwing over to the Fink. That pass off of Penn State Lehigh Valley. Kickball called, so it will be Penn State York's basketball with 25 on the shot clock. Three on the way from Burrows. That three-pointer no good, and it will go out of bounds. Quick shot from Delaney Burrows out of the inbound. Short possession for Penn State York. Armistead will bring it up.
Cross-court pass, easily read.
Alexander throwing over to Kamasta. Kamasta guarded by Giracello. Delaney Burrows back over to Kamasta, looking to go inside to Foster, but the lane is blocked off. Fires over Fink. Corner three on the way, and it's too strong, and rebound grabbed by Handy. Here comes Penn State Lehigh Valley. Armistead looking to drive quickly. Puts it up with the right hand. She double dribbled. And a turnover. Penn State Lehigh Valley struggled with turnovers in the first half of play. And that trend continues here early in the third quarter.
This Penn State York team has a 10-point lead here early in the half, and if you're a good team, you know how to play with a lead. So we'll see what kind of character shows here early in the second half, already playing with a double-digit lead.
And a very young Penn State York team will be interested to see how they handle the lead, as you just mentioned. Here's a throw inside. Fink gets it stripped. And Wells picks it up. Armistead looking to throw down the court for Lamond. Ball goes out of bounds, and Armistead maybe trying to stretch the court a little bit too easily. She ends up throwing that ball out of bounds. Lucky it was deflected by a Penn State York player. Armistead brings it in. Looking to drive inside. It gets tapped out, but Armistead able to control. Handy looking to drive. Three on the way from Armistead. It's too strong. And out of bounds on Penn State Lehigh Valley.
Penn State Lehigh Valley not getting their shots up in time. That's something you have to look out for, and that's not gonna be helpful come later in the season. If you can't get your shots up in time, you're not gonna be able to score. And it's showing here tonight as they have a 10-point deficit that's hard to come back from.
Nick Alexander gets the screen, looking to drive inside, hands off to Kamasta. Kamasta over to Burrows on the left side wing. Burrows, nice crossover, gets to the hoop, puts up the finger roll, can't get that one to go. And she hits the deck hard once again. Slow to get up as Penn State Lehigh Valley looking to take advantage of the numbers opportunity. Lamond will slow it down. It's back over into the hands of Armistead. Armistead looking to drive. She gets fouled. And checking into the game now for Penn State York is Megan Donley. She'll come in for Kamasta. Yet to see Olivia Sell in this third quarter. We're about halfway through now. Wells inbounds into Armistead, who has it just inside the left side wing. Wells put up jumper. Turnaround jumper, no good for Mackenzie Wells. McAlexander, nice crossover, looking to go towards the hoop, and she gets fouled. 10-point lead still for Penn State York. McAlexander has a chance to add on to that. She'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Armistead will sub out for Penn State Lehigh Valley. Into the game now, Sprinsky Chi, freshman guard from IMG Academy in Florida. First free throw for McAlexander, no good. Abigail McAlexander, averaging 8 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists per game this season. She knocks home the free throw, goes 1 for 2 on her trip to the line. Some new subs coming in for both sides. Into the game now for the first time for Penn State York, Arcely Adames, freshman from Westminster High School in Maryland. Playing in her 11th game. She averages 3 points and 2 boards. Handy has it on the left side wing, guarded close by Adames. Handy over to Tormund. Step over jumper on the way, no good for Sprinsky Chi. Here comes Burrows the other way. She's had a fantastic game. Goes to the runner off the glass, and she gets fouled.
Nice hard take to the basket. Burrows trying to find her way to the free throw line because she has not missed one yet so far, and knock on wood, but she has been able to improve. She has been able to help keep this lead with her performance from the free throw line.
First free throw up and good as the announcer's jinx stays away for the moment. Still another chance for it to come into play. And it doesn't.
Knock on wood.
Burrows knocks through both. She's had some hard drives through the lane, and she's hit the deck hard a couple times, but she continues to knock in these free trips to the charity stripe as there's an open shot for Chi from the wing. It's no good. And the putback up and in.
Penn State Lehigh Valley has gotten little to go here in this second half, only scoring 8 points so far.
Alexander, nice move, jumper off the left side of the rim. Shot is no good. Comes Gabby Giracello the other way. Has it on the right side wing, guarded by Burrows. Throwing over to Handy. Handy back to Giracello. Giracello looking to go inside. Jumper up from Johnson, no good.
Good
And
look,
Foster
good
with the
cut
rebound.
across. Good look, just can't convert. There's a Euro step. Good move, can't finish.
Alexander going up with the left hand, can't get it to go. And another foul called on Penn State Lehigh Valley, much to the dismay of Coach Blunt's. And Olivia Sell finally checking back into the game. 3:51 left here in the third quarter as Jillian Foster will sub out. Olivia Sell, freshman from Southwestern High School. She's from Hanover, Pennsylvania, averaging 11 points and 11 boards per game. There's 2 free throws coming up here for Delaney Burrows, who has been fantastic, and she is yet to miss a free throw. Knock on wood. See if I get a go at the announcer's jinx here. Winston was safe from it. And so am I. No matter what, Burrows will not miss a free throw tonight.
Burrows locked in on this game. She's the game's leading scorer in total for both teams. She has been everywhere, and she's able to create shots, not just for herself, but for everybody. As there's another Penn State Lehigh Valley turnover.
And Armistead, you can almost say, has been careless with some passes as she throws another one out of bounds. And this game starting to get away from Penn State Lehigh Valley. Penn State York with a 13-point advantage, 3:37 left here in the third quarter.
I think you could almost say that for every Penn State Lehigh Valley team, they have made some rough-looking passes, and that's not good.
Burrows, baseline jumper on the way, can't get that one to go. And here comes Giracello. She hands off to Armistead. Armistead over to Handy. Handy into the corner. Lormond driving inside. Giracello can't draw the foul. She went to a wave of blue bodies. And Burrows the other way, can't finish with the left hand. Sell tapping it out to McAlexander, and she gets fouled.
You know, on the other end for Giracello, she thought she drew the foul, but good. I want to highlight a good basketball IQ play from Penn State York. They just played straight up. See, unlike that could have easily been called for a foul, swatting down like that. But Penn State York has played straight up. That's why they aren't in foul trouble this quarter like they were the last two.
Giracello has it on the left side wing, kicking over. Handy has it top of the key. Fires over to Armistead, who has it on the right side wing. Armistead settles for the pull-up jumper. Can't get that one to go. She hits the deck. Whistle stays silent. And here comes Burrows the other way. Burrows, fast break over up to McAlexander, and she puts it up and in, and a lead up to 15 for Penn State York. And a timeout taken by Penn State Lehigh Valley.
First full timeout of the game. Penn State Lehigh Valley not happy with the calls, but they're also happy when things aren't called. It's hard to be that perfect ref. And in basketball, there's no such thing, so you can't really expect that here. There are going to be some calls you won't get. There are going to be some calls you do get. So we'll see what they do coming out of the break. And what I think this is going to show here is the in-game adjustments that are to be made from Penn State Lehigh Valley.
And stick around for after tonight's game, as at 8 o'clock tip-off for the men's iteration of Penn State York versus Penn State Lehigh Valley. The inbound opportunity will be controlled by Penn State Lehigh Valley.
Late in the third quarter, down by 15, this is where character comes to play. If you're mentally strong and mentally tough, if you're not what this Penn State Lehigh Valley team has been so far up to this point in this game, it will still be an exciting finish.
Giracello inbounds to Armistead. Over to Giracello. State York looking to put the pressure on early, and a travel called on Giracello, and another Penn State Lehigh Valley turnover. It's been a frustrating evening so far for the Nittany Lions.
That York team just playing high, which honestly is a really interesting defensive set. They're not really in a half-court press, but they're not exactly fall back mode. There's a blocking foul.
And another foul called. And Penn State York continues to dominate on the offensive side of the ball and defensively. So it's more free throws coming up for Delaney Burrows.
If you're Penn
First
State
and
Lehigh
first.
Valley, Burrow is the last person you want at the line. She has been burying not just her free throws, but everything from the field tonight. She's been able to get layups. She's been able to hit jump shots. And she started the scoring in this game. And it looks like she wants to end it really bad as they're up by 17.
Armistead over to Larmond, and then her pass is then deflected and stolen by Penn State York. Here comes Giracello kicking over. Open jumper on the baseline, no good for Megan Donnelly.
York came out in that half-court press, like I said. Now, they're playing up high. They are not letting anything pass them so far. Penn State Lehigh Valley has to get past, and there's a travel call. Thought she made a good basketball move. It just wasn't.
And more, we talked about the self-inflicted wounds, and they've continued to be a thorn in Penn State Lehigh Valley's side. It's Penn State York a chance. Right there on the wing three from Burrows, it's no good. Giracello, Armistead, back over to Giracello, throws to the corner, Handy has it. Back to Giracello, looking to feed inside, nice feed.
Great pass from Giracello there. Maybe that'll spark this Penn State Lehigh Valley team a little bit, because they're looking lifeless out there. Their bench, quiet. Their coach, not saying much, except when there's a foul call that he doesn't like. This York team is up. They've been energetic. They've had the advantages. There's a block.
And then Sell gets fouled on the second chance. So continued pressure by Penn State York has led to multiple opportunities from the charity stripe, especially in this second half so far. It's about 50 seconds, left here in this third quarter. Sell can't knock down the first. And she's no good on both of her opportunities from the stripe. Comes Penn State Lehigh Valley. Handy. Giracello over to Armistead. It's go time for Penn State Lehigh Valley. 38 seconds left on the clock. 18 on the shot clock in this possession. This might be their last possession of the quarter, as Armistead going hard towards the hoop, and she gets fouled.
Armstead with a good drive. If she maybe just looks and tries to finish high, she could have converted an and one there. Got the foul. She has a chance at two.
And the shot clock is now off. 29 seconds and 8 tenths left in this quarter before the fourth quarter, which will be the last 10 minutes of play. And Armistead only able to convert on 1 of 2. Shot clock is dark, so Penn State York can hold for the last possession if they choose to do so. Burrows throwing over to Donley, who kicks inside to Sell, and she gets fouled. Will stay with Penn State York, and they will inbound. 17 seconds left here in the quarter. It will be Juliana Lesher inbounding. She throws over to Delaney Burrows. Burrows has 8 seconds on the clock, looking to drive towards the hoop. Goes up with the left and finishes. What an athletic lay for Delaney Burrows. It's good if it goes. Can't get it to go. It's off the back of the rim.
Strong finish from Penn State York, really shifting the momentum back their side. 16-point game, playing comfortably. They just look to close it out here in this final quarter.
10 minutes to go here in this one. And Winston, what does Penn State York need to do to close this one out?
Just keep playing with that intensity on defense and try to waste the clock on offense. You know, just move the ball around, wait for the open shot. Don't try to force anything too quick. Just really wait till you get that shot, and if you get that shot, it'll be there. And I guarantee you the clock will be running down. If you're Penn State Lehigh Valley, you want to get back in this, you got to move the ball. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but the only way to beat this Penn State York team is to get the ball into the corners and swing it back out. Because if you get it into the corners, that'll shift the defense back, opening up stuff up top. Swing it back up, and it'll just open up York's defense, opening lanes. Like Giracello made that incredible pass late in that third quarter. That can happen every possession for Lehigh Valley if they just do what they did. And that was they got it to the corner, got it up, and swung the ball.
And Armistead will bring up. We get started on the last 10 minutes of play here in this one, pending overtime. Is that three-pointer from the corner? Short and no good. And a rough shooting night for Penn State Lehigh Valley as they trail by 16, as there's a jumper on the way for Foster. It's no good, off the front of the rim.
A man look on defense here for the Penn State Lehigh Valley. Penn State York. My apologies. Penn State York on defense. But Penn State Lehigh Valley, that can be an advantage. Screen, drive, screen, and pop. You know, just doing everything, doing the little things right on offense will keep you back in this game, like hitting free throws, as we see there.
Armistead not able to get that one to drop. The frustrations continue. Second free throw drops. Penn State Lehigh Valley has only been able to put up 24 points tonight, as they've struggled heavily from this Penn State York defense, which has been so good. So throw inside, Burrows, nice spin, puts it up off the glass, can't get that one to drop.
Not exactly what I would have thought, as there's a three.
It's good. Journey Handy knocks it down, and maybe a little bit of life shot back into this Penn State Lehigh Valley team as a timeout taken by Penn State York.
Penn State York not playing with a lead correctly. They're not wasting the clock. You're in the fourth quarter. You're up by 12. It's a little bit of you have a little bit of breathing room. All you got to do, it's just you move the ball, move the ball, move the ball until that clock has 10 seconds left, and then it's go time. Then you go, 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 and you look for a shot on the inside.
And the inbound will be controlled by Penn State York on the offensive side, or excuse me, on Penn State Lehigh Valley's defensive side, as the full court press coming out for Lehigh Valley. Great job to break it by Donley, who has played a huge part down the stretch of this game. Adama is inside to Burrows. Burrows Over to Foster. Foster. Donley. Adames, open jumper on the way. Can't get that one to go. Rebound slips through Giracello's hand. Burrows trying to spin towards the inside. She loses the ball. No foul called. And it will stay with Penn State York. 39-27.
If you press, and I'm talking about Penn State Lehigh Valley here, if you press and the other team can break the press by dribbling, it's not a good press.
Would have to agree with you there, as Burrows has the top of the key. 9 seconds left in the shot clock, so this would be go time for them. Burrows needs to get something up. Didn't get it off before the horn. Shot no good, but they let play go on. Comes Armistead, throws over. Jumper on the way. 3 ball, no good for Handy. And Burrows grabs the rebound. Still with a 12-point lead. Under 8 to go. And she runs into a defender hard. And she hits the deck again.
Penn State Lehigh Valley is playing up, but that was too aggressive. That was not really a play on the ball. That could have been easily discussed for a flagrant. That wasn't a
and it was called for a flagrant, so
yeah, that was
first free throw up and good.
free throws win ball games, and Penn State York has definitely dominated in that category tonight. And I just don't think Penn State Lehigh Valley has put up enough shots to even compete with the amount of free throws that York has had.
So York will retain possession. He'll be inbounded by Abigail McAlexander. She goes into Burrows. Burrows to McAlexander. She thought 3, looks to drive inside, gets towards the hoop, can't get it up and in. Here comes Penn State Lehigh Valley the other way. They need a basket to try to get themselves back into this game. But Penn State York's defense has been almost impenetrable. So throw in Giracello over to Lamond, excuse me. She pulls up, gets the jumper to go. And it's Sydney Lamond putting it up and in. Comes Penn State York the other way. Foster, nice step back into the open jumper. Can't get it to go. And here comes Penn State Lehigh Valley once again. Throw up to Handy. Handy inside. Lamond looking to drive again. She gets fouled.
Not called on the was it on the floor? Or
It was called on the floor, so we'll stay with Penn State Lehigh Valley.
So if you're Penn State Lehigh Valley, you have the height advantage right now. And height means just put the ball up. If you put it up on any of these, I guarantee you they have the advantage. So they can get rebounds. They can get second chance possessions.
It's the inbound. Nice crossover by Armistead as she hands off to Handy. Handy over to Giracello. Giracello, 7 on the shot clock. Back to Handy. Handy, 3 on the way. Laces it home. And a huge three-pointer by Journey Handy.
Penn State Lehigh Valley's press not there. The late foul call there. It's going to be called for a reach. 6:36 left in this game. Down by 9. Penn State Lehigh Valley is bringing the energy a little bit more here after a quiet third quarter.
A huge moment for Penn State Lehigh Valley. Burrows looks to silence the crowd, and she does. Delaney Burrows, a huge three-pointer in response. And gets it right back for Penn State York. Handy, another three. She responds.
Going band for band here late in this game. 6:12 left. No foul. Hands
And it's
up
stolen.
defense.
Armistead puts it up and in. And here comes Penn State Lehigh Valley. The lead down to 37-44 and a timeout called.
It's a 7-point lead. Penn State York led as much by 17. They've cut it down to just single digits here late in this game. Still a lot of game left. 6 minutes, 4 seconds on the clock. Lots of game left to go. What do you think Penn State York can do? What do you think Penn State Lehigh Valley can do here to, give them a fighting chance?
They absolutely have to keep doing their defensive press that they have been doing. It's led to turnovers. They're forcing Penn State York into quick shots because once Penn State York has gotten deep into these possessions, they haven't been able to find good look opportunities. So for Penn State Lehigh Valley, it's about also knocking in the big shots. Journey Handy has had a huge last couple minutes for Penn State Lehigh Valley, but for Penn State York, they're going to have to get away from the quick shots. They need these possessions to run deep into the shot clock before getting something up, and they have to keep being aggressive inside the paint. It was what worked for them earlier when it wasn't off the fast break, was going down low, and they've gone away from it here, and they need to get back towards it. Olivia Sell will not be into the game. She's had a pretty good game. She averages 11 points, 11 rebounds. But Penn State York will start with the ball. Alexander inbounds to Kamasta. Alexander stops, throws over to Burrows. Burrows up to Foster. Foster pulls the jumper, can't get it to go. Rebound snared by Kamasta, and a travel called. And exactly what Penn State York couldn't do happens to them as Fink is called for the travel.
That was the best defense we've seen out of Penn State Lehigh Valley all night, and they even got a shot up. I can say in confidence that press, they had to beat it by passing. There's a three, another one.
Journey Handy is heating up, and the lead down to 4. Penn State Lehigh Valley refusing to go away. Burrows to McAlexander on the left side wing, trying to go downside to Sell. Sell gets fouled.
If you're Sell, you got to knock down these free throws. These free throws will help significantly with 5.5 minutes left to go. Puts you up by 6 and makes it a 2-possession game.
Olivia Sell missed her last 2 free throw attempts. She converts the first. A huge free throw at this point of the game. She knocks in both. 2 huge free throws. As Arshili Adames will check back in. McAlexander checks out. And here comes Armistead. 6-point lead, 2 possessions. Penn State Lehigh Valley has time to dig into it as Armistead not able to connect on that one. And Penn State York now breaking the press. Olivia Sell has it. She's getting fought for it. Puts it up, can't get it to go. And here comes Lamorne the other way.
Penn State York has not played with a lead. In this fourth quarter, they had a 15-point lead, and they didn't know how to play with it. And that's the reason Penn State Lehigh Valley has brought it within 6 points, is because Penn State York failed to play with the lead. Capital F, they failed.
Lermond, chance to make it a 4-point game, and she's not able to convert on the first free throw attempt. Still 5 minutes left here in this fourth quarter. They don't need to start shooting threes. They can continue to run the offense how they want to, although threes are how they got back into this one.
There's lots of game left. It's a 2-possession game, 41-46, 5-point game, and 5 points can be scored like it's nothing. Just can't give those open looks up, and you cannot foul.
And
that is the last person they want at the line, and I will say that again and again.
A lot of frustrations now from Penn State Lehigh Valley. Mia Johnson did not feel like she fouled. She felt she went up and down. But nonetheless, the whistle blew, and Burrows is at the line with a chance to add 2 onto Penn State York's lead. 47-41, 4:48 left here in the fourth quarter. And 2 huge free throws in the big moment for Penn State York. 7-point lead. Here comes Armistead down the court. And a basket would go huge here for Penn State Lehigh Valley. Forces the runner, can't get it to go. Mia Johnson open for the layup. Puts it back up and in. And Armistead is still on the floor. She went down hard.
That's a tough loss here for Penn State Lehigh Valley. She's a quality free throw shooter, and those could be key here late in this game. I think they should count the bucket, but I'm not sure.
I believe they called a foul on or for Kennedy Armistead before the missed shot was grabbed and put back up and in. So I believe if she's able to, she'll take 2 free throws, or her replacement will come in and take 2 free throws for her. As she heads to the bench, holding the back of her head.
I believe she may have hit her head or tweaked her neck, is what it looked like on the way down. Still not sure, however.
And she will take a seat on the bench. Coming in now is Sprinsky Chi. So, actually, the whistle was blown on Penn State Lehigh Valley. Excuse us, as a foul now called on Burrows, or for Burrows, excuse me.
That's just a clear reach-in foul there.
They did
Can't be
count the
doing
bucket.
that.
43-48, 5-point game. So some free throws coming up for Delaney Burrows. And she knocks down the first one. And now a 7-point lead for Penn State York with 4:30 left here in this game. It was at one point a 17-point lead coming into this quarter. Open 3 on the way. Can't get that one to go for Lamond. And a jump ball called possession to Penn State York.
York has to start playing conservative here late in this game. 4:19 left. Get it across half court and start moving it.
Stolen by Handy. Armistead. Handy. 3 on the way. Can't get it to go. And a miss and a huge opportunity for Journey Handy.
Gets around her quite easily. Don't need to force that, but it works. 9-point lead. Can just play conservative, waste clock. If you build this lead up enough, if you score again and Penn State Lehigh Valley does not, you can start moving the ball until that clock runs down.
Johnson thought 3, looks to drive instead, kicks over to Lermond. Lermond looking to go towards the hoop, puts it up, can't get it to go. Kamasta grabbing the rebound. She looks to push it. Adames puts it up and in. Arcely Adames able to finish home the opportunity. It's now 54-43. The lead up to 11 for Penn State York.
11-point lead, 3:16 left in this matchup. I think if you're Penn State York, you start playing conservatively and start wasting time. You're playing in a position where you have everything going for you. You have the momentum. You have the lead. It's a double-digit lead. You're up by 11. You need to start playing conservatively.
Handy over to Armistead. Armistead looking to drive in the baseline, puts up the runner, can't get it to go. Sell with the rebound, throws out to Burrows. Burrows looking to push the other way, fires down to Adames, who looks to reset. Adames out to Kamasta, into Olivia Sell, puts it up, can't get it to go. Giracello has it, throws up ahead to a wide open Armistead. Armistead going up for the layup, she is fouled.
That is a hard body foul. Looked like a block from the naked eye, but it was a body foul. That's all I can say about that one as we take a look at the replay here. You know, Giracello makes a good read, throws it up the court quarterback style, and just gets the body contact, forcing the foul, and Armstead's at the line.
Armistead converts on the first. Good. 10-point game, 2:49 left here. And both free throws go. And a steal here by Lermond, and a jump ball called. And it will go to Penn State Lehigh Valley. And Penn State Lehigh Valley a chance to try to keep digging into this lead. It's a 9-point game, 2:43 left here in the fourth quarter. Giracello has it top of the key, kicks inside. Lermond goes up strong, can't get it to go. Great defense by Olivia Sell. And a foul called on Burrows, or for Burrows, called on Handy. And some more free throws coming up for Delaney Burrows.
This, again, just not the person you want at the line. You're down by 9. This could very much well put you up at 10 if she makes both. And it's not looking to the future, the next 2.5 minutes, not looking too bright for Penn State Lehigh Valley.
And she knocks down the first one. And she converts on both.
2 for 2 from the line again. Up by 11. 2.5 minutes to go. It's looking slim for Penn State Lehigh Valley.
3 on the way. And just like that, Kennedy Armistead makes it a single-digit game once again.
Has them within 8. Broken press, got it across court, just moving it back and forth. This is kind of conservative ball they're playing without even meaning. And there's yet another foul.
Now under 2 to go, and sending Delaney Burrows back to the line again. She had a big day from the charity stripe. The first free throw is good. And the second one is good. Both free throws perfect for Burrows, and it's a double-digit lead again for Penn State York. She went hard into contact towards Lermond, but she's able to bounce off of it, put it back up and in. It's now back to an 8-point game, 58-50. Here's the throw up to Olivia Sell. It's been a very productive fourth quarter for both sides, and Penn State Lehigh Valley thought that ball was out of bounds, and I believe Olivia Sell did too, but the ref says otherwise. Burrows has it, right side wing, guarded by Giracello. Nice spin move, gets to the hoop, going for the reverse, and she traveled on her way towards the hoop. 1:24 left here in this game, and if you're Penn State Lehigh Valley, that's a humongous stop to get at this point. They need a huge basket here. Here's a throw up. Larmond, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound secured by Burrows. She's trying to get out of the press, and she gets fouled.
They're not even purposely fouling, and they still play just too aggressive. There's a difference between aggressive basketball and overly aggressive basketball. One is really good and one is really bad.
I'd have to agree with you on that one. So there's about 1:11 left here in this game.
It's my sports autism. I hope it heard me. Oh boy.
And a huge possession coming up for Penn State Lehigh Valley after the foul, after the 2 free throws. So some free throws coming up for Burrows once again.
Burrow having a remarkable day from the charity stripe. Not as much so in her play. Majority of her first half play was very highlight reel kind of play. But here in the second half, majority of York's scoring has come from the free throw line.
She knocks down another one. It's now 59-50, a chance to make it a 10-point ball game with 1:11 left. And she converts on both. 60-50. 1 minute left here in this ball game. It's now or never for Penn State Lehigh Valley. Giracello throws inside to Johnson. Back out to Armistead. They need to start thinking a big shot here. Can't get that one that goes off the front of the rim. Armistead tracks down the rebound, puts it back up and in. And it just seems like maybe a little bit too late as it's still an 8-point game. Burrows outruns everyone, going up for the layup, puts it high off the glass, and it's up and in. And it's now 62-52, 10-point game, 42 seconds left on the clock.
If you're Penn State York, that was a little bit of too quick an answer. You need to chew this clock here. You're less than a minute left. There's no need for another shot.
Mia Johnson looking to go inside. She throws it up to Giracello, who kicks out Armistead. 3 on the way. Huge if it goes, and it does. Kennedy Armistead knocking down a huge 3-pointer. Still only 24 seconds left. Shot clock is dark. Olivia Sell has it. They choose not to foul her. And Burrows is just going to be able to dribble out this clock as she spins away from everyone. Actually, will put it up and in. Shot no good. Here comes Penn State Lehigh Valley. Under 10 seconds to go in this one. It will be a victory for Penn State York as Armistead puts up another 3. No good. Olivia Sell securing the rebound, and the final horn sounds, and it's a Penn State York victory. They take this game 62-55 on the road here in Stabler Center, or Stabler Arena, excuse me. We're going to send it to Winston for a post-game interview. And a huge night for Delaney Burrows. He's able to guide Penn State York to a victory here on the road. So for Penn State York, they improved to 11-4. They're now 8-1 in conference. And Penn State Lehigh Valley drops to 7-6. And we're going to send it over to Winston, who has a interview with Delaney Burrows.
All right, I'm here with the player of the game. Perfect from the stripe. How do you feel right now?
I mean, great. It was a great team win. I mean, we came in here, we only had an hour to warm up, but we took care of business, and I'm proud of this team. And we gave it our all 9 of us, and couldn't be more proud of them.
Playing on a stage like this, what was the mindset coming into this game?
I mean, it's the same every game. You know, we just attack the rim, attack the rim, attack the rim. Coming in here, we knew it was a different gym, a different field for shooting, and we did a great job of finishing at the rim.
Congratulations on the win. Congratulations on player of the game. Good luck in your next effort.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
Back to you guys.
And we are going to send it to break. Final score here from Stablish Arena, 62-55, Penn State York with the victory. And stick around for the men's action, as it will be Penn State York versus Penn State Lehigh Valley.